That's 24 feet to the stem, and that's where this pumpkin come out.
Carl Graham thinks he may have just grown the heaviest pumpkin in Canadian history here in his backyard greenhouse in Donkin, Cape Breton. The Canadian record is 1,959 pounds. Graham wants to be the first Canadian to break a ton.
Canada is just dying to get a 2,000-pound pumpkin.
He uses a tape measure to get the length from side to side and end to end in inches.
Today is reading 140 inches side to side.
It's all plugged into what giant pumpkin growers call an odd chart to estimate the weight before it hits the scales.
And this one yesterday estimated 2,200 pounds. I'm hoping to get about another 50 pounds out of it.
July was cool, cloudy, and damp in Cape Breton, but Graham says weather has been ideal in both August and September.
Growing inside the greenhouse, 20 degrees and sun. Lots of sun. Because this is where you need lots of energy to push a fruit this size to continue growing.
Through online research, Graham learned too much heat isn't good. Without an elaborate misting system, he hand sprays his leaves daily to prevent any burns.
If you get burned, you end up with leaves like this. And that's useless, right?
The soil also needs to be kept quite warm.
There's an electric soil heating cable that's buried in the ground, and that will keep the soil temperature at approximately 70 degrees.
The pumpkin will need to be lifted through the roof of the greenhouse by a crane, then transported by a boom truck to a weigh-off in Millville on October 2nd.
It's thumping pretty solid.
Graham has been growing pumpkins since 2007. He built his own greenhouses after Hurricane Earl destroyed his plant in September of 2010.
And I said to my wife, either I have to build a couple of greenhouses, or else I have to give up the hobby, because I can't keep growing nice beautiful plants and have the wind come and destroy them just when the pumpkin is getting growing and putting on a lot of pounds, right?
Now retired, he enjoys keeping track of his pumpkin's progress and says it's really not much work once it gets growing.